greatest challenge to keep my bank
Hello
balance.
everyone, welcome back to Coaching Fire. David, your coach here, and I'm excited today as we talk to you about our April budget. As you guys can see here, our budget was very similar to last month. We have the 10,495 RMB budget. Again, that's in Chinese yuan, so you can compare it to the US dollar. It's about 6.5 yuan per dollar. Just divide these numbers by 6.5 and you'll find out our dollar average. But what happened this month that was very interesting was our actual budget was much lower. We only spent about 5,000, or about half of our whole budget. This is because we were actually in lockdown here in China for about 3 weeks of April, and the last week we were allowed to be free. So that really impacted our spending as well as our earnings. So as we go in, let's take a look at what happened. Our largest category of spending this month was our rent at 2,500. That is a fixed cost. We spend 2,500 every month on rent. So that's nothing new here, but it was a large portion of the 5,000 we spent. It was over half, obviously. So our second largest expense for this month was food at 2,388. Between rent and food, it was basically our entire budget for the month. This one's always high, but not usually in this way. You can see our groceries this month was much higher than they were last month. Usually our groceries hover about 300 or 400 RMB. This month they're about 1,400 because we did a lot of cooking at home and we weren't allowed to go out a lot. All the restaurants, everything were shut down. So our lunch and dinner, all those are eating out, but we didn't do that too much. And also my coffee was just 6 yuan this month. Usually my coffee was quite a bit. That's because all the coffee shops were also closed. Our next largest expense was 106 RMB, so you can see not much after the rent and the food. But this was for electricity. We spent about 50 yuan, and a phone bill. The phone bill is actually a US number that I picked up. And then we had 70 RMB and other stuff, so nothing too important. After utilities, we spent about 41 yuan on transportation. Again, this is just our e-bike. We don't own a car, and we don't have insurance payments. We do have a once a year insurance payment on the bike that's required, but other than that, we just pay to charge it all the time, so that's what that was. Our entertainment budget was one of the smallest, 13 yuan. I think it was about 13 yuan last month as well. That is the music fee. We have a QQ music account that every month we need to pay 13 yuan for. It's a little under $2. It's nothing too big. And then again, we couldn't go out, so we didn't spend much. That leaves us with our last category, which is the bills that I usually have in America. And this month I actually had nothing. Sometimes I do some marathon running or my university bills, anything like that. But this month we didn't have any. And this month, as you can see, our income dropped substantially as well because of the lockdown. Last month we had put in about 60,000, and this month we're down to about 22,000. So let's go ahead and find out our savings rate. In order to find our savings rate, the first thing we're going to do is find our spending rate. So first you take what you spent in the month and divide it by what you had earned in the month. That will equal a small number. We're going to multiply that by 100 to get a percentage. And this month we end up with about 24% as our spending rate. You take 100% minus the 24%, and that will leave you with your savings rate. Our savings rate this month is 76%, which is right in the range that we needed. My wife and I always aim for about 75%, so this is great. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time on Coaching Fire. Bye-bye. Subscribe, share, and like.